Okay, so welcome to the session 2 of the Microsoft PowerPoint training for beginners. Here we are going to be discussing how to use the Microsoft PowerPoint to create presentations, standard presentations, presentations that we can easily use for our task, that we can easily showcase anywhere. And yesterday we started by looking at some of the basic tools that we need to get started, and one of the things that we discussed is that the Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation software that we use it to create presentation, that you can even use it to do job presentation and other things. So sometimes some people don't really know that this age that we are in is the age of technology. So what it means is that things are changing, and you don't have to just do things the normal way. Things are changing, so you can always be dynamic in your approach. Okay, so one of the things that we want to learn here is how to use that presentation to create for our meetings, for our seminar, and even for proposal. You can use a slide to design your proposal for proper, getting your job, or for product presentation. You can present your product. You can sell your product. You can present your product using the PowerPoint to create slide. So yesterday we learned that we can put pictures, we can put video, we can put audio, and we've learned the type of audio files, we've learned the type of video files that we can use. Okay, and we also looked at the layouts. We discussed slide layouts, and we saw that we have 9 slides layouts, and that these layouts are very, very important and key to PowerPoint. So if you don't understand how to use layout, then you can't have a very professional software, and that's what we decided to discuss yesterday. So in case you missed yesterday's session, you can always go back to subscribe to the YouTube channel, go to the live session, and you will see the first session of the PowerPoint for beginners. You see the class there. Today we are looking at creating a presentation. We are creating a sample presentation. Okay, so we are going to start it from scratch, and then we will take it, we'll do about 10 slides together, so that you'll be able to see how you can create your presentation, and then of course get it ready for your seminar or something, so it can be improved upon. But this is a starting point, and so whatever I'm going to be doing is also to help you as if you are a starter, or maybe you are not even a starter, you are already ahead, but you need to add some ideas to yourself. So one thing that you must understand is that when you start PowerPoint, it comes with a single slide, and on the left side you have what we call thumbnail. So that thumbnail is a small image of your slide. So that is where you can right click on it and do a lot of things. You can right click on it and create a new slide. You can reuse a slide. You can duplicate a slide. So sometimes when I want to use a particular design that I have on a slide, I just duplicate it. So that means I will have a duplicate. So that means I don't have to redo what I have done on that slide. You can delete slide from here. You can add sessions. You can even change the layouts. And these are the layouts that we discussed yesterday. There are 9 of them. But whenever a design is attached to your PowerPoint, the layouts will change. Okay? You may have more layouts, especially when you choose a different design. So if you come to the design tab here, you can see designs. but I don't want you to start your PowerPoint with designs. Okay, there are a lot of people that start their PowerPoint with designs, and at the end of the day they don't get to understand what they are doing. Okay, so the first thing you do is understand how you can use PowerPoint even without going into design. Okay, so that later on you can now say, okay, now as I have mastered by hand, I can now start with designs. But they are fantastic designs for you, and I will also show you designs and other places. So this is one of my favorite designs called gallery. So you can choose if you like, and then you now begin to type your text. But first you need to understand how to use the PowerPoint. So how did I get this? You go to the design tab, so you will see drop down, and you will see all the designs that have been given to you. They are available for your use. Okay, so all you just need to do is pick one of them and then begin to type your text. All right, but as a beginner, first of all, understand how you can do the PowerPoint yourself without just using design. Okay, so that by the time you now go to design, you are good, your hand is strong. It's like a person that is learning how to drive car. Okay, you notice that maybe things are changing now. You notice that when a person goes to learn how to drive, they use manual to teach. They don't normally want to use what do you call this, automatic car. So they use manual, and then so because most of us started with manual, so our hand is strong, and we entered into what do you call it now, the automatic, and where it means you can, if they bring a manual car, you can drive. You know, if you learn how to drive using automatic and you don't know manual, you will not be able to drive a manual car. But if you learn how to drive manual car and they give you automatic, you'll be able to drive automatic. so that's the unique thing about this thing. So I want to show you from scratch. Then you can now begin to go into design. By that time you are very comfortable. I've seen some PowerPoint presentations that are not well presented. It's not well organized. It's not good. It's not fine. Somebody says, is it fine? We want to chop. No, listen. Your audience will be put off if your presentation is not okay. It will put your audience off. Do you understand? So you must learn to do things well. So now let's start with, I have some text, okay, that I have created that I want to use for my slide. And so I'm just going to pick the text and I'll pretend as if I'm just typing them, okay, just to save us time. So the text that I want to use is the importance of PowerPoint to business growth. That's what I want to use. So I'm going to remove all this one. So I will just put the text here. So when you are doing, yesterday I showed us how we start our presentation. I want us to understand that you start with slide 1, which is the title slide. Okay, it's always the title slide. So you can now type your title. Okay, you put your title. So once you do your slide, the first thing that comes there is your title. As you can see, I have my title. So the title is the importance of Microsoft PowerPoint in business growth. That's the title of my presentation. So here I can have a subtitle. So you see that the title slide comes with the title and the subtitle. Are we good? So the subtitle can be by something like this, can be subtitle. Okay, you can do that and put it as a subtitle, and sometimes it can be a sub information to the title itself. Let me remove the importance. Let me just say importance of. So the subtitles can be a sub information to this. and sometimes it can be maybe if you're trying to show your name as a presenter. Then you can increase the font size. Okay, it was 24, but I want to make it 32 or 36. Now look at this first one here. Is the size is 54. That's the default size, and it's okay. It's very okay. So that is your title slide. Now with this title slide, you may now decide to say, okay, now that I've chosen my title, maybe I want to go and pick a design, okay, and see how the design will be suitable for my title. Because you can see that this design is not suitable for your title. So you see the reason why I started with my title, because sometimes I've seen some people create a presentation, and then when they are trying to choose their slide, their title is not suitable. It's not good. It doesn't look it doesn't sit well. Okay, so look at this one, and sometimes think of simplicity. Don't think of something too complex, because your presentation comes with the idea of what you are trying to talk about. So some subject matter are too simple to create a design that is just not that does not resonate with your thought pattern. So you can go around, but start with your title and see how whatever you are doing will fit into this. So I saw one. This looks fantastic, but maybe I don't like it. Your choice is your choice. I mean, you can make your own choice. Okay, so something like this is fine. So if you look at this, I now have, so I can shift it. If I don't like the position, I can shift this. Just use your mouse on the edge. So I have this, and if I like, I can choose another one. This is another one. And if the design is not suitable for you, you can reduce the size of the text. So I can choose another one and see how that goes. So this is another one. The text, you can carry it and then reposition it. Maybe, so PowerPoint is not a static thing that they will say this is how it should be and you can't. No. Now this one is right align. So you can go to your home tab and choose left align. This is the alignment, so that this thing will go to the left side. You can choose to compress this into this place, and voila. Now I have an option at the back there that talks about, I mean, on this side here, on this side, that talks about the designers. So I have designers, but you see, I choose to ignore the designers, okay, because it's not everybody that have access to that designer. It's not everyone that has access to that designer. So because of that, if we choose to use designer, then for those who don't have designer in their Microsoft license, then they are not going to be able to use this. So so later I will make use of this, but for now let me just use something that is general. All right, let me use something that is general, and then later on we can now begin to look at that. So for people who use Microsoft 365, they have access to designers. For that's Microsoft 365 license subscription, and I think those, I use 365, so I'm on subscription base. And then the people that use the, what do you call it now, the I think 2019 and 2021 version also have access to that designer. Okay, so let's go. So this is our our first page, and you can see that I chose a design. So this, I chose one of these designs, and the design also have variants. So every design has variants. So you may not like the color, though you can choose to change the variant of your design. So I will choose this variant and I will go with this. Okay, now, so I will ignore the designer on the right side first for now. Then for me to go to the next slide, I will use the enter key on the thumbnail. That is, I'll click on the thumbnail and press enter key. The thumbnail is on the left side, so I'll click on the thumbnail and press enter key. Then I have the second slide. Okay, so in slide 2, I want to use what is called the title and content. Okay, so this place I want to put introduction, and here I want to put the details of the information that I will be having as introduction. Okay, because every subject has introduction. So when you start a new subject matter, you also want to introduce that subject. So when you type your text, make sure that you arrange your text properly. The default size for the normal standard size that you should use is between 28 to 36 for the body of your PowerPoint. And then the text, you compress it, just drag it into the place, and then you can spread them out, press enter. So that will give your presentation some meaning. So this is this. So the introduction is at the top. I can reposition it to the top. If this text is too, you can still drag to occupy this space. And if it seems to be too big, make use of a lower font like 32. Like I said, the standard is between 28 and 32. Okay, so maintain between 28 and 32. So now this is for my introductory page. This is for my introductory page. So I have typed the introduction, then I can make it bold. You can see I can still increase the font to maybe 36 or 40. It's a title, it's the header. Okay, and if I don't like this bullet point, I can remove it. Okay, I can remove bullet points. I can take it off. Or if you like to put the bullet point, you select your text, then you come to home tab here, then you will see these bullets on the home tab. Press it, then you see that the bullet will appear properly. So before, the bullet was not too okay, so I removed it and then started a new bullet point. Okay, so you can see that I've created my first page, and that is the importance of it. So I have that. I said by this, and don't forget how I got to this place. I used a design, I used one of these designs. Okay, and I think this was the design I picked, this one. So I picked that design. That is this one, this particular Madison. The design is called Madison. So I used that, and then I also came to this point and I chose variant. All right, so, and I finished the first page, then I press enter to open the second page, and where I now have this. Okay, so normally you just type your text. So that is slide 2. That is slide 2. So going forward, I can click on this slide on the thumbnail on the left side, press enter or right click and select new slide. That's what you do. So you click on the thumbnail, press enter, or you right click on it and select new slide. Okay, so you can see that we have maintained our design. And in PowerPoint you don't put too many text. No, you don't deal with too many text. So if you are creating a presentation, you don't put too many text. Okay, so let's say I want to create a new slide, and here I want to talk about business communication, enhancing business communication. Maybe that's the next thing. That's the first thing I want to talk about. After introducing my subject, then I want to go further to talk about business communication. So, and I want to say it enables clear and structured communication, okay, of business strategies, reports, and maybe proposal. So so we can use PowerPoint as a business communication tool, and we can use it to enable clear. So we are creating a presentation. Okay, we are creating a presentation. So in the process of creating your presentation, you are planning your point. Most times I tell people, before you start, you plan. You get your data, all the information you want to use, you get it ready. Okay, so it is now text and design. Just put your text and then your design, and then you are good to go. Okay, so now this particular text is small. Okay, it's small, but it doesn't matter. You can still, so let me add one more text to it, and just paste that. So now, as it is now, I don't want to use this method. I want to have a picture here to drive my point. Okay, I want to have a picture to drive my point, to captivate my audience. So this particular layout, like I said, is, so if you go to layout, this layout we are using is called title and content. So this layout we are using is called title and content. So I want to have the one that will have two contents. That is, one side will be text, another side will be, so I will choose two contents. I will choose two contents. So now I have two contents. So what it means is that I have my text on one side, and then I can easily have picture. So I can expand it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm using my mouse button to expand. Then this particular text, I can bring this one here. I can take it up here and center it. Go to Home tab and center it. So place it in the center, make it bold, and then expand it across. Maybe increase the size so that it will be more obvious, 40, and then I can still expand further. So I can place it in the middle. Okay, so you can compress the size of the box so that it will not just be too wide. Then so I carry this. All these things they are flexible. So what it means is that you can move them about. Can you see that? So I move this, and then I have this here. So I position this. Then because I have more spaces here, I will increase the font size maybe to 24. Okay, then I can choose the justify. Justify is not good. As you can see, the text are scattered. So if you like, you can use center, but let's just use left align. So most of the text in PowerPoint is left aligned. Okay, now I'm trying to get a picture. So because I'm talking about business communication, so I'm talking about business communication, so and I want to use a picture here. So I'll go to picture, then I will say stock image. So I'll choose stock image. I'll choose stock image. Okay, so with this stock image, I will search for my image. I can say business communication and press enter. Okay, so I have different pictures that illustrates business. Don't forget, picture has a way of drawing the attention of your audience. So when you are doing your PowerPoint, use images. So as you can see, my image is here. So I can draw this image to fill this space. Okay, so you can see that this presentation now has a text on this side and an image on this side. So this one now is two content layout. So I used this layout. You right click on it, I changed it to two content. So what it means is that this one was the title, this place is the introductory page, and maybe I want to shift this. I prefer it on this side, and then okay, so that's introduction. And then the third one, so this one, it says enhancing business communication. Now, consistency is very, very important in your presentation. It's very good to be consistent. Now, this is 40 and it is uppercase. It's 40 and it is uppercase. So here too, make it to be the same. So come to this place, make sure that it is 40, and make sure that you change the case to uppercase. If it doesn't fit in, spread from left to right, or just allow it to flow to the second line. It doesn't matter. Okay, so if this is not too okay, just allow it to flow. Doesn't matter, it's a title, so you can position it at the center. But it's good for the beauty and for consistency of a presentation that you maintain the same size. So this is this for the header, and this is 32. But for the peculiarity of this one, because you are adding a picture and a text, yes, this doesn't have to be big. So but to maintain the order, that's why we made this to be the same. And then make sure that this is not too close. It's not too close to the title. Let them stand out. So your presentation is getting ready. So you can see that. Now we want to do the next slide. So you will right click on this slide. Okay, you will right click on this slide and you will create new slide. So creating a new slide is coming also as two content, so that you can see the two content. So I took time to explain all this layout in session 1. So if you want to understand details of all these things that I'm doing, I think you should just look out for the session 1. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of things will happen in this YouTube channel. A lot of things that you can't imagine is going to happen here. So because this is a place where you want to develop your skill. I am ready to teach you. I'm ready to teach you. So subscribe so that you can catch up. So just subscribe, go to the live session. You will see the session 1 where I explain all this layout in details. So I will not be able to spend this time to explain the layouts again. Now let's go. So the next thing is to put we are on slide 4 now. We are on slide 4 and we want to put our text. Okay, we want to put our text, and so like I said, plan your PowerPoint well. Plan it. Everything that you are going to add, you must have created them so that you don't start struggling at the time that you are creating the presentation. Okay, so this is the next slide, improving sales and marketing efforts. Maybe I'll push this one down. So feel free to organize it the way you want, but make sure that your text is consistent. Your display, your arrangement, everything, make it consistent. Consistency is very, very good, because you are dealing with people. You see, your presentation is not about yourself. Your presentation is not about yourself. It's about your audience. So you want to do something that will captivate them. So that's why PowerPoint is a place to catch people's attention. Okay. So now I need text for this. So I may decide to change this layout to title and content. So I've changed the layout to title and content so that what I will just put here is a content is the title and maybe something to illustrate before I go to the next page. So like I said, do as much as you can to let your presentation draw your audience. So on this page I want to put a picture. Do you understand now? So I want to put a picture and I will take it from the stock. So why am I taking pictures from stock? If your presentation is going online, if you are doing something that is public, don't use images that you don't have copyright for. Somebody is going to hunt you. Somebody is going to report. They may take down your website. They may take down, for instance, if you want to go on YouTube, like as I'm on YouTube now, I can't use just any, I will just have a flag, a copyright flag, bang, and then this particular video that I've done for you to watch will be taken down. So that's why I'm using stock image, because I know that this stock image is given to me by Microsoft. So, and I bought this Microsoft with my money, so I have the right. All right, so I'm going to use marketing. Let's see if this is what I'm looking for, something like this. So I will just insert that image. So this one talks about marketing efforts, and so what are you trying to do? You may ask me, why do I need to just waste real estate? Now when you come to this slide, and you want to talk about improving sales and marketing, you want to talk, okay? You want your audience to just listen to you while you talk, while you stop on this slide. So you don't want to quickly go to where the text is, because they won't listen to you again. Is the text they'll be seeing, they'll be looking at, and they'll be reading. And if you are not careful, some of your audience will be writing and they won't listen to you. So you probably want to have some introductory statements. So you have used this slide as just your text and a picture, okay? Improving sales and marketing efforts. You can even talk about the picture. You can say that you can see that all the arrows are going up because what is expected of us in marketing is that we should be improving, we should be going higher. Do you understand now? It's strategic. So it seems I'm teaching us two things, and it is deliberate. I'm teaching you the principle of presentation, and at the same time how to design the slide. So it's actually deliberate. Now, if I now want to create the next slide, I will now say new slide, and then I will maintain. Okay, let me delete this slide. Right click, delete slide. So I'll click new. New slide is what I want. Then I will now change the layout. I will change the layout, and I will choose, for this layout, I will just choose title only. And the reason is because I just want to drop some text into here, and I don't want it to have anything at the top. It's just the text that I want to drop, because I have already used a page to talk about this, what I want to talk about here. So what I want to do here is just drop those three texts. Okay, then if your text is coming from Microsoft Word, if you have typed your text in Microsoft Word and you are now copying it and you are pasting it in PowerPoint, it may come with some of the formatting, like some of these what do you call it now, bullets and some formatting. So it may be giving you problem. So you are the one that will tweak them, remove whatever is there. You are interested in the text, then you can now add, you can now select it again, and add your own from the PowerPoint. Now, if you are using 365, or you are using a newer version, you can always use these designers that are showing on the right side. Okay, but I deliberately ignored them because of people who probably don't have this. Okay, so that I can teach you how to do your work without necessarily using these designers. Okay, so now I will increase this font size to maybe 30. Okay, so this thing, before I increase it, because I don't want this thing to go away, I would reduce this box, and then now select it again, then increase. You can see that because I reduced the box, I have opportunity to now expand the box from the side back. So you can use enter key to separate, to put space in between them. And so now this particular place is just all about the text. It's just all about the text. So you are talking about this. You have started this. So if you like, for continuity, you can copy this. But when you get to this place, don't make it big. No, not like this again. Not that, because it will look like repetition. So do something like this. Do something like this. Make it small. Make it in form of a header. Okay, do it like this. Do it small like this. So I'm just teaching you tactics, and put it somewhere at the top corner here. So what you are just trying to do is to just make it like a header. It's just to make your audience understand that what you are actually doing is you are continuing from here to here. All right, so now I have 5 slides, and I have this one now, making the 5th one. So the design goes on. We are creating our presentation. Okay, so I want you to like this video. Encourage your trainer by liking, because it's not that you don't like it. Maybe you are just enjoying what you are seeing, you are learning, and you're probably not looking at the buttons at the bottom. So subscribe, like, share. Don't forget, click the notification button. That one is very important because it's actually the notification button that makes you to be aware whenever we are starting a new meeting. Like I'm going live now, anybody that has the notification button will be notified. Okay, so you can see that I have this, then I have this, okay, then I have this, then I have this. So you will see that the text consistency is very important, the arrangement and everything. So now let's say in the next slide, so I want to create a new slide, not layout. You first of all create a new slide. So when you create a new slide, you are now in a new slide. Then you can now change the layout to something different. Okay, so you can put picture with caption, you can put content with caption. So let me just choose picture with caption. So here I'm going to insert a picture, but I want to reorganize this whole thing. And that's one thing about PowerPoint, you can always reorganize. Okay, you can reorganize. I mean, you may not even like what you are saying, and you can delete it, like what I'm doing now. I'm deleting this, and I'm interested in only the picture. So, and I want to expand it this way and push it to the middle. Okay, I want to expand it this way, push that picture frame to the middle, as you can see. So now, as it is now, I can click insert picture. Then I can say, okay, what kind of picture do I want? I can say from device. Okay, then if I'm taking picture from device, I can go and take whatever picture I want that I've already maybe used my phone to snap and put it there. Or I can take from stock image. Then taking picture from stock image means I will just go and search based on my criteria or videos that I want to put. So maybe it's a video that I want to put for illustration. Okay, so I can put a video. So I'm going to insert a video. I'm going to insert a video, and the video is just going to be in the middle, as you can see. So I can resize the video. So assuming this is your video that you have recorded it, okay, so you can easily record a video and bring it here. Okay, but make it short. Don't do lengthy, so it's not like, because it's part of your presentation, maybe 5 minutes at most, just to be able to talk about something. You understand? Just to be able to talk about something as per what you are presenting, and then you are telling or maybe it's even a downloaded video, and you are telling your audience, now the next thing that I want to do is watch this video and you will see it. So it's part of your presentation. Okay, it's part of your presentation. So you see that tactically I started from choosing a layout called picture with caption. Then what did I do? I deleted all the other side and maintained the picture side, all because I wanted to bring a picture into it. Okay, all because I wanted to bring a picture into that place. I mean, a video for that matter. So this video also has a settings, and so when you place a video, don't forget that if I'm using this as a presentation to an audience of people that are watching me from everywhere and all those stuff. You know, this thing will need to play automatically when I get there. So I can easily say I can set my video format, then I can set the playback option. It's at the top here. At the top right, you will see video format and playback. So you can choose the playback option. You can say start automatically. So you can see that the default option is for the video to start automatically. So what it means is that once I get to this video, it should start. And if the video has something that the audience will hear, you know, that the audience will hear, then you should put the volume. So this volume is currently on mute, so you can put. So I don't think this video has a sound originally, so it doesn't have a sound. It's just a stock video. It's for illustration, but I'm just trying to use it like it is your own video that you did with your phone, and then you put it there. Okay, now as it is now, if I click on the video, I have playback, I have start automatic, I have increased the volume, and then if I want to trim the video, let's say it is not all the video that you want your audience to watch, you can choose trim. So if you select trim, you can now cut off the portion that you don't want them to see. So this is by dragging this thing, or maybe you want to cut it off from the end. You cut it off from the end. Okay, so that's how to trim the video. So maybe the video is 10 minutes video, but there's a session in between that video that you just want to add as part of your illustration. So you can cut off the beginning, cut off from the edge, and then just show to your audience what you want them to see. Okay, so I'm going to create a new slide. So I can just click on the thumbnail on the left side and press enter. That's another way of creating a new slide. So here I'm going to change the layout to blank. I'm going to change the layout to blank. Then I'm going to insert a camera into this slide. So I will insert a camera into this slide. So sometimes you want your audience to be able to also see you. Maybe you are kind of talking, and you want them to see your video. Maybe there's a video in the conference center where you are this, and then it's showing your face. Why not? You can easily put your camera. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to put my camera into this place. Okay, so, and I can maintain a circle just to cut off some details. Okay, so just to cut off, so I'm using the camera style. Then at this point now I need to select my camera, because you can see that it's still not showing me. So the reason is because the settings have not picked the camera I want to use. So I want to use my system camera. So let's see whether it's going to pick it. So this is the camera, and then there you go. It's not picking. Maybe there's a camera conflict because I'm using another camera. Okay, hello. Okay, so I may put my camera as part of it, but you see, this camera on is useful more when you are trying to do a pre-recorded presentation. That's a presentation where what you are trying to do, you are going to send it to some people and you probably will not be there. So it means you will add a video of yourself, and you are also going to do voice illustration of each of the slides. Okay, of each of the slides. Okay, so that's where this one is used. And then you also need sufficient light to show your face and all those stuff. Okay, so I'm not using much of, so, and I have a light at the back that seems to be interrupting and interrupting and interrupting. So let's see whether I can take off this light. Yeah. Okay. No, not that. Okay. So I can still improve my light. Let's say, let me add one more light. So it's different from the camera that I'm using in my front, because the camera that I'm using in my front is for this particular recording, while I now placed another camera, I mean my laptop camera. So this one is my laptop. I just use my finger to cover, while I have another camera there. So they are two different. So you can see that I have the first page. So if you have been following me, you will know that we did all these things together from scratch. It's not ready made. So but if you are just joining, then watch this video from beginning so that you can do your own. Okay, you can do beautiful slide. All right, I mean presentation. So you can do a beautiful presentation that so now let me now present. Let me present. So I have 7 slides. Okay, I'm not done with it, but because of time, I'm not going to put the rest of the text. I will just use this because what we want to learn, we have seen it. We have seen how to put image, how to insert a video. Okay, how to insert a video. So I already told you, you just take your video and put it in, and then your camera. So now let's go to the slideshow. It's at the top. So if you click slideshow, then I want to show in this monitor here. Then I will say from beginning. So present means when you connect your system to the projector and you now want to begin to show your audience. Okay, you will do present. All right. So so let me remove my circle video away. Okay, so that the screen will not have my video. So I will just choose present from beginning. So now, when you are now before your audience, this is what your presentation will look like. Then you will now start talking. So they say you speak to the slide. Presenters say speak to the slide. So what it means is that you will see your slide, you will not be reading your slide, you will speak to the slide. So importance of PowerPoint. So look at the second slide, and then you can see what the second slide is. And then if I use my mouse, I go to the third slide. So, and I talk about what is on the third slide. I discuss the slide and blah blah blah. My audience is interested, you know, because they can see, oh, look at those pictures of people, and then wow, communication. They are communicating. There's an enabled communication among them. Then I click my mouse, I go to the next slide. Then at this point, I want to begin to talk about introducing the subject matter, improving sales and marketing efforts, blah blah blah, and then talk about what you're supposed to do. Then I now go to the next slide. Then I now expand the information. PowerPoint aids in creating impactful sales. This PowerPoint helps you to be able to expand your sales because you have a presentation software that you can use, blah blah blah, to show your design, your marketing pitch, your promotional materials, and all those stuff. And then you now have a video that you've inserted. Then you are now telling your audience, can you just listen to this video a bit, blah 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 blah, and then your audience will listen to the video. And then you go to where you have your camera, and then maybe you have done a recording with your camera, and then you now come, and then your audience. So this is beautiful because your audience is captivated by what you are doing. You are using skill, technology. Okay, and then you can end your presentation. Okay. All right. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, so that you can catch up with more. I can tell you that this is not the end of this training. Yes, because I am still coming back with another amazing session. One more session where I'm going to show you another design set and animation. So there are things that captivate your audience when you are making presentation. Animation is one of them. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to do animation, how to reorganize, how to put your voice, how to pre-record and other things. So you are going to see them. You are going to see those things in the next session that will be coming. And so I cannot announce that the session will come up tomorrow or next, but I know that between tomorrow and Tuesday the live session is going to come, and the reason is because I'm a very busy person, so I don't want to make promise and fail. So I'm going to be coming live again, session 3 of this training, where we are going to be looking at animation, transitions, and some other key tools, that you need to understand to make your journey in PowerPoint get started. And then we'll wrap up everything that we have done, and then fine-tune all the information. All right, so at least to be able to get you started. So this, by the time I'll be finishing the session 3, there's going to be 3 sessions, 3 hours session for you on PowerPoint for beginners. So you know what that means. So do we have comments? Comments is enabled in the comment section, so that you can easily say something if you want to say. You're free to say before we end the stream. Like the video, like this session if you have been following. I know that network distortion, some of us will keep going in and out, and it has not been made. But the beautiful thing about this is that you can always replay. So you can make comments in the chat section. Say something good, say something encouraging. Like, subscribe, and share with others. Share. Look for the session 1. Share it. Don't just share this session 1 without the session 2, because the session 1 carries the foundation of PowerPoint, and then we brought ourselves to here, and so good we created a presentation together. And then from next session we are going to look at how we can animate it, put some transition to the slide, and make it look chum like one of my friends. All right, so good. So this is where we are going to end this meeting. Thank you so much for